What if I told you that Bruce Lee could send a grown man flying with a punch delivered from just 1 inch away? Sounds impossible, right? But this isn't a myth. It's a real technique that has baffled martial artists, scientists, and combat experts for decades. Today on Techniques of Martial Arts, we dive deep into the mystery of the 1 inch punch, the move that made Bruce Lee a living legend, and why even today it continues to shock the world of martial arts. Stay with us till the end, because we're not just showing you the history of the 1 inch punch. We're going to explore how it works, why it works, and what you can learn from it, whether you're a beginner or a black belt. The origin of the 1 inch punch. Bruce Lee didn't invent the 1 inch punch out of thin air. The concept is rooted in traditional Chinese martial arts, particularly Wing Chun, which emphasizes short-range power generation. But what Bruce Lee did was revolutionary. He transformed a subtle internal concept into a visually explosive technique. Wing Chun practitioners often use something called inch energy or short power to generate force over very short distances. Bruce Lee, under the guidance of his Wing Chun master Ip Man, trained these ideas. But Bruce didn't stop there. He fused them with Western boxing biomechanics and scientific training principles to create a modern weapon, the 1 inch punch. Imagine taking the subtle internal mechanics of an ancient art and amplifying them with explosive body mechanics, psychological intent, and rigorous practice. That's what Bruce Lee did. And it changed everything. The first time the world witnessed it. One of the most iconic moments in martial arts history happened in 1964 at the Long Beach International Karate Championships. Bruce Lee, a relatively unknown figure at the time, stepped onto the stage and asked for a volunteer. A full-grown man stepped forward. What happened next stunned everyone. Bruce placed his fist just 1 inch away from the man's chest. With no wind-up, no visible effort, and in a flash he delivered the punch. The man flew back into a chair which toppled over behind him. The crowd gasped. Some thought it was a trick. Others thought it was fake. But the ones closest to him, the martial artists, knew it was real. And they were shook. From that day on, Bruce Lee was no longer just another martial artist. He was the dragon. The man who could defy physics. Or at least make it look like he did. What makes the 1 inch punch so devastating? It's easy to think that power comes from winding up from big muscles or big movements. But Bruce Lee's 1 inch punch shattered that belief. To understand what made it so powerful, you need to understand how energy is transferred through the human body. Bruce Lee didn't punch with his fist alone. He punched with his whole body. The technique is a chain reaction, starting from the legs, flowing through the hips, coiling through the torso, and then exploding out through the shoulder arm.